waiting. I just gotta fight for it, willing to turn the tables. I could do this, just keep moving, keep your hands up, stupid. I feel lucid, a new view, and I can see the end, I can see my future, I can view it. It's right there for the taking. Everything I've ever wanted, dreams are just waiting. I just gotta fight for it, willing to die for it, willing to like soreness, I just need a hike for it.
I'm standing up 'cause I've had enough. I won't give up, I'm a champion.
As long as I'm breathing, I'm not retreating. I could be bleeding, I'll take a beating and keep on proceeding. I'm not fatiguing, 'cause once I enter the ring, I'll be undefeated. My hands stable, I feel able to turn the tables. I could do this, just keep moving, keep your hands up, stupid. I feel lucid, a new view, and I can see the end, I can see my future, I can view it. It's right there for the taking. Everything I've ever wanted, dreams are just waiting. I just gotta fight for it, willing to die for it, willing to like soreness, I just need a hike for it.
I'm standing up 'cause I've had enough. I won't give up, I'm a champion.
As long as I'm breathing, I'm not retreating. I could be bleeding, I'll take a beating and keep on proceeding. I'm not fatiguing, 'cause once I enter the ring, I'll be undefeated. My hands stable, I feel able to turn the tables. I could do this, just keep moving, keep your hands up, stupid. I feel lucid, a new view, and I can see the end, I can see my future, I can view it. It's right there for the taking. Everything I've ever wanted, dreams are just waiting. I just gotta fight for it, willing to die for it, willing to like soreness, I just need a hike for it.
I'm standing up 'cause I've had enough. I won't give up, I'm a champion.
As long as I'm breathing, I'm not retreating. I could be bleeding, I'll take a beating and keep on proceeding. I'm not fatiguing, 'cause once I enter the ring, I'll be undefeated. My hands stable, I feel able to turn the tables. I could do this, just keep moving, keep your hands up, stupid. I feel lucid, a new view, and I can see the end, I can see my future, I can view it. It's right there for the taking. Everything I've ever wanted, dreams are just waiting. I just gotta fight for it, willing to die for it, willing to like soreness, I just need a hike for it.
I'm standing up 'cause I've had enough. I won't give up, I'm a champion.
As long as I'm breathing, I'm not retreating. I could be bleeding, I'll take a beating and keep on proceeding. I'm not fatiguing, 'cause once I enter the ring, I'll be undefeated. My hands stable, I feel able to turn the tables. I could do this, just keep moving, keep your hands up, stupid. I feel lucid, a new view, and I can see the end, I can see my future, I can view it. It's right there for the taking. Everything I've ever wanted, dreams are just waiting. I just gotta fight for it, willing to die for it, willing to like soreness, I just need to hike for it.
I'm standing up cause I've had enough. I won't give up, I'm a champion.
As long as I'm breathing, I'm not retreating. I could be bleeding, I'll take a beating and keep on proceeding. I'm not fatiguing, cause once I enter the ring, I'll be undefeated. My hand's stable, I feel able to turn the tables, I could do this. Just keep moving, keep your hands up, stupid. I feel lucid, a new viewing. I can see the end, I can see my future, I can view it. It's right there for the taking. Everything I've ever wanted, dreams are just waiting. I just gotta fight for it, willing to die for it, willing to like soreness, I just need.
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here with Scarp Skankel, bringing you another game in the MLMA. Tonight it's the first of the round of 8 actually. 8 teams left to battle it out for a place in the semi-finals. So this is basically like a quarterfinals. It is an elimination match. It's best of 3 and whoever wins here goes through to the next round of the MLMA. We have in the blue corner Savage Reborn up against Pandoras box in the red. For those of you wondering, what is the screen? Why does it look so different from everything that we've seen before? Well, a big hats off and thank you to the MSA. It's Nigel and Gerard who have, through their hard work and dedication, finally managed to bring us tournament lobby to South Africa. So some really exciting stuff. We're not gonna have to do the usual lobby bans and etc. Now we're just gonna be having like a proper tournament. So that means, if those of you are interested in how this works, right, you get your normal 10 bans, but there's also like an increased timer where you can make decisions as to picks and bans. It's not as quick as it is in the custom lobby or in our ranked lobbies. So it adds a completely different dimension to what's going on here. But again, we have to give credit where credit is due, and a lot of credit, all the credit is due to MSA for bringing us this tournament lobby. Finally, South Africa is slowly getting onto the map. So I hope all of you are very excited for what's going to be taking place tonight and in the future. This is the tournament lobby that all the teams still left in the MSA are going to be featuring in. We're going to try and spice things up. I know there was a lot of talk in the chats about things that they want to get set up for the finals and all the games coming up. So since the organizers have stepped up their game, it's time for us, the streamers and casters, to step up our game too. Get everything on a more professional looking scale. But that's enough about me talking and explaining and saying what's going on here. Scarp Skankel, my friend, how are you doing this Saturday evening?
Oh, wow, bro. I'm very much excited. You know, this is the first time that we're doing something as special as this, especially in the academy. Well, we have featured the tournament lobby previously, but, you know, I'm just very excited with regards to our upgrades and the new releases that's coming towards us, you know, and especially for the fans as well. So, like Waylander has already said, a special shout out to the MSA organization. Gerard and Nigel, guys, a tip of the hat to you guys. You brought us this very special tournament lobby. So, just going forward, right, we will be doing the coin toss in the WhatsApp group before the matches start, just so that we can determine which team starts on the blue side and which team starts on the red side. But nonetheless, as we jump into the draft side, Alvi gets the first ban from Savage Reborn.
Yeah.
Did both teams do their homework on one another? because I can promise you in this best of three, will it be a 2-0 clean sweep for both teams? Or will we go the distance and have that sudden death round, which is the third round?
Yeah.
But nonetheless,
So we
Savage Reborn. Sorry, bro.
yeah, it's just yeah, as you were saying, like Savage Reborn banning out the Camilla and then the Sicilian coming through from Pandora's box. But look at the timing, the length of time where you get on your ban. It's about 45 seconds or 50 seconds actually, to be precise. This is something new for all of us. I mean, we did have a tournament lobby before, but I mean, still, look at the amount of time you get to make a decision.
And it seems like both teams, they are not waiting. They know what they want to ban out, and they are just banning out the heroes. From Savage Reborn, we've got the Camilla, Atlas, and the Suyu. And from Pandora's box, we've got the Sicilian, Ling, and Hylos. As Savage Reborn gets the first pick, will they be picking up a meta hero as they get the first pick? As B-Crown picks up the Hayabusa.
Yeah, Hayabusa, still strong as ever. I got today for once to play a game. Hayabusa is still as devastating as he was previously. Though I have heard some people say he's not as strong as other junglers that are now slowly creeping back into the meta. But let's get to see how B-Crown, as we know, does an excellent job on playing assassin jungles, as we've seen in the tournament so far. And so we get Mr. K. Ducky picking up the Layla and immune on the Belleric. So Belleric is going to cause a bit of chaos in terms of a marksman pick. You can't go for the attack speed marksman. He just eats them alive. Boss Chief goes for the Gacha and Charlie with the Vexana, and looks like solid. Locking onto the Terizla, I suspect. So what do you think about the draft so far? Scrap, go.
Well, bro, this is definitely a very interesting draft so far. I do need to give you credit on especially the Gacha name. Actually, it's actually in Afrikaans. It's it's in Afrikaans. It's a jungle. Well, the rest part of the name is actually for a female dog, so it's Bostief. But bro, I'm very excited just looking at these drafts, and you can see both teams are especially excited just to get this first round going, because they are not waiting those 50 seconds to pick a hero. They know what they want, and they know what they want to play. And let's see what happens here as Lotus gets the next pick.
Yeah, so it's only the mage and jungle left to be picked for the side of Pandora's box. What are they going to be locking onto here?
I'm very interested to see if the Gacha is going to be playing XP, or if he's going to be playing Rome. As we see, we're on the next set of the banning phase as Pandora's box gets rid of the Melissa. However, with them picking the Belleric, I wouldn't say that Savage Reborn would have picked up the Melissa, especially with that attack speed that you've mentioned earlier. But yeah, nonetheless, I would have rather banned the Leslie. But as we see, Savage Reborn banning out the Granger.
Granger is very strong now after this last update. So we got Hajirami asking about Lotus not having the Pandora's box logo. Well, as long as they've been, this is an academy, so it's like as long as somebody's registered under the team's name, even though they may not particularly have to be from the team, it's acceptable. But as long as they're in their registration forms, it's all good.
Yeah, as we see Pandora's box with their final banning out the chip. We know the chip on a Rome is very, very pesky. That ferret in his machine, you know, it's very hard to deal, as he's got that ultimate that can, drag any player from across anywhere of the map.
Yeah, it's actually, his ultimate is based on a hero from Dota 2, which having a global ultimate is a game changer. There are few heroes in the game, in any games, that have global ultimates. But Chip with that global ultimate is just... it's an ultimate that's, in the right hands, is absolutely broken.
Now, as we see Savage Reborn banning out the Saber as a final ban, and Lotus picking up the Aurora. How will Savage Reborn respond with this, as LV and Bionic picks up the Yuzong and the Pupil and Koopa? I have to say that Decepticon skin on Bionic just suits his name very perfectly.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So now we know for certain Gacha is going to be playing Rome, because LV on the Yuzong is going to be the XP laner. So we just need Sinister to pick up the jungle for the side of Pandora's box. Is he going to be locking on to the Monkey King, Sun Wukong, in the jungle? Or is it going to be the Fred? Fred, after this last update, is devastating at this moment in time. Very, very strong jungle. Though I'm not loving so much the flame shot on the Aurora. I mean, you all know my opinion on flame shots and mages. It's just not the skill that you need in order to, like, for instance, there is a Yuzong there, where Yuzong with the Petrify. There's a Gato with his ultimate, the Avatar of Guardian, just to pounce on you in the backline. So you're gonna want to really be able to have some escape, like Flicker, Sprint maybe, or as needs be, Purify to escape attention. But the same could be said for the Marksman. Interesting to see the Inspire on the Popel and Koopa. It just gives him that a little bit of extra strength in the gold lane in the 1v1 situation. So Layla is not going to be having the nicest of time. Popel and Koopa would Inspire. But it also means that Popel and Koopa can be dived upon, and will not really have that ability to escape. But it comes down to positioning and teamwork and how everyone's going to be working with one another. But into the game we go.
Yeah, as we saw, Sinister picking up the Sun as a jungler, bro. So viewers, from your side, right, please hit, before I ask the question, please hit that like button, and after you've pressed that like button, smash the subscribe, and then click on the ding-a-ling bell button to get the notifications. So my question now is, which side of the draft are you favoring more?
Savage Reborn's draft is appealing to me a lot in this game. They've got the backline dive, they've got frontline, they've got a lot of CC. It is looking quite strong at this moment in time. But if it does get towards, because if you're looking at Pandora's boxes draft, it favors the late game quite heavily with Layla and Sun. Because Sun, as we know, is very much a late game hero. So once he gets online late game, he is an absolute nightmare to deal with. The same with Layla, but it's about getting to that moment in time. So they've got to be a bit passive in terms of what's happening. So as you can see, the Hayabusa wants to go in and try and steal some farm. Beatground doing an excellent job of trying to invade here to get some farm. But this might be a bit dangerous. Charlie also doing a nice job of zoning away. Comes in with the flicker play as Popel and Koopa getting as much gold as they possibly can.
Yeah, but this Aurora taking a lot of damage from this Vexana early on, bro.
Oh, nice first kill there from Charlie, keeping himself safe. But oh, there looks like some sort of action here around this turret. Hayabusa just dancing around, gets the shadow kill out there, but the vengeance being popped by Belleric manages to keep him safe. Vexana, Charlie there on the Vexana making the rotation across, but lots of skills used. However, no kill has been achieved by the side of Savage Reborn. So they're not going to have those skills available for this turtle. It depends on when Pandora's box decides they want to go for it. As you can see, the Gato trying to keep a bit of poke damage onto the Monkey King there. Both Terizla and Yuzong. Oh, nice second skill there with the combination with the Gato taunt. Beleric does get a stun out. It's the Black Dragon form. Penalty zone lands onto 2. But is there going to be a follow-up? There's no much damage coming out here. It's First Blood going down to the side of Savage Reborn. Gato escaping with a sliver of HP. But there comes Sun. He's in trying to get something back for his team. But look at the amount of damage coming out from Charlie. Oh, the passive propped by the Yuzong at just the right moment in time. They managed to take down the Aurora. But it was going to be the Hayabusa who died in response. As you see, the Beleric, he does get a kill. But is he going to be taken down himself? It looks like he is. And it's LV there on the Yuzong picking up yet another kill. So this going 4-2 in the favor of Savage Reborn. Picking up a 2k gold lead as a result of that. Skanko.
Yeah, bro, and I just wanted to mention that the early gameplay from the Yuzong, bro, as we went just before the 4-minute mark, I mean, it's just a 4 for 2 exchange, and Savage Reborn having the gold lead to their side, almost 2, well, it is definitely almost a 3k gold lead, as we see Bostiev picking up another kill, so it's 5 for 2, as well as Savage Reborn picking up the first turtle of the match.
Yeah, there was a lot of skills going in there. It was a penalty zone slightly off the mark there, followed by the Freezing Glacier, by the Aurora that came in, but the kills going to the side of Savage Reborn. As we see, it was a solo kill on the top lane by the Purple and Cooper Bionic there, taking down the Layla. But hold on a minute. Is Layla AFK?
It might be, but wait, who's resuming the match? We need to pause this match quickly so that we can just determine if the Layla is AFK. Because it seems like she is having a bit of problems there, Mr. K. Ducky.
Oh, there's Hayabusa engaging onto the Aurora, deciding against going in with the shadow kill. I wasn't sure whether she had a passive backup or not. As you can see there, Bionic once more forcing this turret in. Flicker comes out by Charlie there. And gets the kill. Penalty zone, however, lands onto 2. But there's the follow-up. Avatar of Guardian comes in. Purple and Coupon doing so much damage. The shadow kill into the backline. Yuzong with a Black Dragon form manages to escape. But there's the Terizla. They're just trying to beat everybody back from the turret. As Sinister with the Monkey King comes in to help protect this tier 2 turret. What? It was 2 kills going to the side of Savage Reborn.
Yeah, even though the Beleric's ult was casted on 3, it's just Savage Reborn having that quick movability or movement speed that could have gotten them out of that ult. But we just need to take note of this Purple and Cooper taking the first tier 1 turret so early on in the match, just before the second turtle spawns up in 9 seconds.
Ooh, engagement here onto the Purple and Cooper. But he manages to get out with about half his HP.
As Pandora's box has the number advantage at this current point of stage, at the second turtle of this match. As we see, and Sinister trying to put that pressure on that tier 1 turret in the gold lane.
Yeah, so the second turtle being started up by B-Crown on the Hayabusa. Aurora just getting a bit of poke damage here onto the Gato. Oh, but there's the engagement. Look at the damage coming out from the Purple and Cooper, melting the Beleric, but the kill goes to the Gato. Freezing Glacier from the Aurora, just trying to zone them away to keep them away from the teammates. As Savage Reborn storm into the jungle, trying to get another buff stolen in here. They managed to do so. There's the engagement onto the clones from the Sun.
Hayabusa.
Yeah, Hayabusa into the backline there.
Savage Reborn definitely not waiting on them, bro. They are putting a lot of pressure on reverse push in this current point of stage. Oh, Pandora's box. Sorry, my bad.
Ooh, penalty zone comes out. Avatar of Guardian off the mark, but there's just enough of the damage from the Gato to get the kill. As we see Savage Reborn into the jungle, just not letting Sun get the farm. So, as Toyota said, it's going to be difficult in the chat. He said it's difficult for them to actually try to get to the late game with this lineup that they're up against.
I mean, if you just look at the gold lead, I mean, it's already a 7k. It's almost 8k gold lead to the side of as Savage Reborn, bro. I mean, I do know Christmas is around the corner, but there's a lot of snowflakes falling as the snowball is starting to come in from Savage Reborn.
Oh, but the shutdown went to the Layla there. Penalty zone. They managed to take down the Vexana as well, but they do pick up the Belleric in the backline. But the chase is on. Terizla leading the charge in. He wants to create the space for his team to do something. Sanchez throwing out some clones there. So it's just like everyone ends up targeting that particular clone. It is another 10 seconds to go. Are they? You think Savage Reborn is going to go for this turtle, or are they going to wait for it to be the early Lord, the 8-minute Lord?
Oh, bro, just looking at this Gato running towards the turtle, it might be that they will be setting up for this. No, they will be waiting for this Lord. As the Lord spawns up, I mean, it was just 5 seconds, not giving us the chance to just finish that sentence, bro. But nonetheless, I mean, that previous exchange was a 2-for-1 exchange to the side of Pandora's box. As we see Savage Reborn invading the jungle on the side of Pandora's box. As we see the engagement from Bostiev onto the Belleric, but the Pandora's box wrapping around.
Penalty zone, freezing glacier, avatar, guardian, dragon form, everything's out all at once. Who's getting the kills though? It's already 2 down from the side of Pandora's box. Make that 3, make it 4. Will this be a team wipe? Yes, it is. Triple kill going to Bionic on the Popol and Cooper as they try to push in this turret. Hayabusa dancing around there. They're going to probably disengage and run towards that Lord we were talking about earlier.
As we look at this 9-minute mark, it's a 15-5 kill deficit. As we see the gold lead going up to 8.5k to the side of Savage Reborn, as Savage Reborn picks up the first Lord of the match.
Yeah, we see Lord making its way through the mid lane. Savage, the Popol and Cooper getting a nice push. This is the thing about Popol and Cooper, especially once he's fed. He's just going to be melting turrets like it's nobody's business. So the Lord making its way through the mid lane. I wonder if they're going to go with the Lord and push all the way through to try and end this. There's the U-Song. He's going in. Avatar of Guardian comes out. The penalty zone trying to drag everybody away. The mid lane turret does fall. It's Layla who takes the U-Song down. But it's going to be Terizla. Is he going to escape this? Yes, he does. The Hayabusa into the backline, but a double kill goes to the Layla, but mega kill on the Popol and Cooper. He's not done yet. But now he gets engaged upon by 4. He gets taken down. The mid lane turret is cleared out, but the defense coming out from Pandora's box keeps them in the game.
Defense, defense, defense. I needed to say that 3 times as Mr. K Ducky on the Layla got a triple kill and as well as a shutdown kill from the side of Pandora's box.
Yeah,
as we saw that.
I was just pointing out the gold that was picked up from that by the Layla. That's not what you want to see with the Layla starting to pick up gold. But look at the gold lead on Bionic there on his Popol and Cooper. Almost 10k.
Yeah, bro, and I just wanted to mention that almost 9k lead that Savage Reborn had just got shredded to what, 5k gold lead? 5.3k gold lead to the side of Savage Reborn.
Yeah, it was a double shutdown for the Layla. Oh, she uses that flicker to escape the attentions of the Hayabusa. So Layla with no flicker. But it is still another minute until the Lord. But Flicker, as we all know, has a 120-second cooldown, so she's not going to have that available when it's time to contest the Lord. Ooh, engagement onto Solid here with the Terizla. Lands a penalty zone, but he's just going to be melted down as the entire of Savage Reborn were on the hunt for that fighter there. They were tired of the penalty zones into the backline. They said, if we're going to get you, we're going to get you now.
Especially if you're overextended. But we just also need to take note of Mr. K Ducky on the Layla getting lifesteal options there. Well, in a build as she might be a little bit more to be handled with going forward.
Yeah, so this is the 12-minute Lord, as we will see it spawn in the next 10 seconds. We've just got to wait and see now. Will they be contesting this? They've got to contest this Pandora's box if they want to stay in the game a bit longer and maybe even be able to end it. But the Poplar and Cooper, he's just melting this Lord down. They're not even giving it an option to breathe. That was so quick. Oh, but there's the engagement. Are we going in for a team fight here? They're engaging onto the clones from the Monkey King.
Yeah, just a lot of skills used on the clones. As we see Hayabusa going in with his shadow clones, doing so much damage on that Terizla.
Yeah, that's out from the Hayabusa. Especially when he manages to land on a single target. That shadow kill is just crazy. Oh, but there's the engagement here onto the Monkey King. It's a Sun taken down there by a combination of players, but it was Poplar and Cooper picking up the kill, which is a good one to have. Because you know, he can, with Sun, you can actually cause this Lord to get pulled. Actually, that's what I thought they would be doing. They let the Lord into the base now, close to the Nexus. Black Dragon form comes out from the Yuzong. He does land into the backline, wants to focus down that Layla, forcing her away, but the stun comes out, and they manage to get a mega kill onto the Hayabusa, but the turret lock is on by Poplar and Cooper. He just wants to focus this Nexus, but there's no way there. Is he gonna die? Unstoppable on the Layla. The defense that's coming out here. It's only the Vexana and the Yuzong left alive, but it's a full 5-man from Pandora's box. Will they be able to push your lane all the way through? Because it was the Sun that respawned.
Yeah, bro, that was clutch moments coming through from Pandora's box. Yet again, defense plays from Pandora's box with that second tier 3 turret falling to the side for Savage, well, in favor of Savage Reborn, almost getting that Nexus, as we see the Black Dragon form getting committed from the Yuzong.
Oh, beautiful kill there from Vexana and Yuzong. Oh wow, that Black Dragon form came in with the Petrify. Got rid of the Layla that's causing so much a problem. Poplar and Cooper is back up. I think this could be the beginning of the end. Shadow kill comes out. It's Terizla taken down. It's just 3 left to defend. As Poplar and Cooper trying to get the lanes pushed up, so they have 2 lanes that are going to be sinking in at this moment in time. But there's engagement onto the Gato. He has to pop the Vengeance. He's taking a lot of damage from that from Sun, but the Sun, it's just a clone. It's just, so his clones are doing so much damage. Poplar and Cooper locking onto this tier 3 turret, but it's the Layla back up and alive. It is 30 seconds to the next Lord. I think it's time for them to retreat.
Yeah, as Savage Reborn takes the 3rd and final tier 3 turret, as we see the engagement on yet again another clone from the Sun. How will both teams respond to this current pressure? Obviously, Pandora's box needs to get the waves unevenly pushed out for this to be in favor for them so that they can contest for this next Lord.
Yeah, so but once again we're gonna see this Hayabusa, Poplar and Cooper combo just melt this down.
But oh my word, this Hayabusa and Poplar and Cooper combination is doing so much damage at this point of time.
Yeah, well, we're at this moment where if we just take a small pause and we can take a look at the bulls. So Hayabusa has got everything except his boots. He's got everything except his boots.
Well, with his shadow form, does he honestly need his boots, bro?
Well, it depends. So, but we'll get into all of that in a little bit, right? Maybe in between one match and the next, as we see the Lord being stopped right at the entrance. Black Dragon form coming out from the Yuzong into the backline with the follow-up from the Avatar of Guardian, and it's going to be the Aurora with the Eternal Guard as well, with the penalty zone landing. Everything is going down here. The Lord still onto the base, Poplar and Cooper locking onto the Nexus, and the game is finally over. Well, this is a best of 3, unlike the previous, best of 1s. So the first match in this best of 3 going to the side of Savage Reborn. Well played to them. They had a strong start to the game. Bit of the mid-game mix-up. A little bit of a stutter, shall we say, in the mid-game, as Pandora's box managed to pull things together. But bringing it all to a conclusion at the end. What did Savage Reborn, getting the first game through? GG
to both teams. I just feel that The best thing that could have happened at that end for Savage Reborn was getting rid of the Layla so early on with that Avatar of Guardian and the Black Dragon form at the same time. But yeah, GG's to both teams. Let's see, be will Pandora's box be able to turn this around and make it a 1-for-1 and take us into the sudden death that you all know me liking for and also voting for? Or will Savage Reborn be able to take this in a clean sweep?
Yeah, we'll get to see. Do we go to the third game or will it end now? But, Scarp Skanko, do we need the teams to switch sides, or does the tournament lobby do this for us?
No, we unfortunately need them to swap, and we also need Nigel to also rearrange the names. So this might take a minute or two, but let me get this organized, please. Okay, it seems like we are not swapping sides, so we will be sticking to what we have. So Savage Reborn on the left, and we'll have Pandora's box on the right. However, this is something that we will need to. Oh, never mind. Nigel's saying he can swap it on his side, so we don't need to. We don't need to iron this out. As I wanted to say, we'll need to do this manually, but we don't need to, apparently.
Yeah, it's the beauty of the tournament lobby. Alright, so we're just waiting for a few more players to click that ready button as I get some in a drink, and I hand you over to Scarp Skanko as he leads us through the initial part of the banning phase. I will be with you in a couple of seconds to join him, and we'll go through the drafting together.
So, viewers, what do you think of this new and refreshing side from our side? Are you loving this? Because 100% from my side, I am enjoying this. This is so much fun as we wait for both teams to ready up. So let's do this. We'll need to do this in any case. Unfortunately, on the tournament lobby, Nigel won't be able to swap them. So let's get this done quickly whilst we wait for us to start. Oh, never mind. It has been sorted. So let's go as we wait for both teams to come in and ready up. I also need to add, we don't need to the match with the tournament lobby. Both teams are just brought right back into the tournament lobby. This is so nice, so refreshing, and so beautiful. However, what I do think, instead of using both teams' names in the lobbies, I would just rather say blue side, red side. That would just make it so much smoother and easier going forward. But nonetheless, viewers, we will have this sorted out for tomorrow's night. And then please, 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 please join us tomorrow night, as there is a lot of things new and refreshed on Waylander Gaming going forward, especially in the MLMA. We are testing things before we continue with the MSA. As we see Pandora's box getting the first ban as Immune, IUM Mune. Let's not have a Christopher moment again. Let's just go with IU Mune, right? Having the first banning out the gotcha, as they were definitely not favoring that avatar of Guardian coming in from the gotcha. As Savage Reborn will need to respond with the next set of ban as they ban out the Camilla. So, no, cursed blood coming in from the Camilla for the side of Pandora's box as Mr. K. Ducky gets the next ban.
It's a nice name to say that, isn't it? Mr. K. Ducky.
Bro, it rolls off the tip of the lips.
Yeah. So Sicilian, the next ban for the side of Pandora's box, that's definitely a respect ban. As well as the Atlas being removed from this by Savage Reborn.
Yeah, as we wait for Solid to pick up the next ban before we get the next ban, and then Savage Reborn needs to get their third ban before we go into the first pick.
Yeah, the final two bans. This is quite refreshing, being in the tournament lobby with the way things are going. So once again, for those of you tuning in now, a big thank you for the tournament lobby goes out to the MSA, Nigel and Gerard in particular, bringing us finally South African tournament lobby. So maybe South African Mobile Legends, well, not maybe, definitely South African Mobile Legends on the up. Gonna put down our first marker. As for those of you who are wondering, the IASF, there's a whole lot of training going on with regards to that. There's going to be qualification matches with, I think, the teams from the MSA finishing in the certain positions who's going to compete for who's going to go through. All that being organized by the MSA and the respective parties. I know players like Doofenshmirtz and things were involved very heavily in that. But enough about what's happening in the future of the professional scene for Mobile Legends in South Africa. We see Lotus going with the Vexana, B-Crown picking up the Ling, and Mickey with the Hylos. What do you think about the picks so far, Skapskeko?
I have to say, this is that was refreshing as Pandora's box ban out the Hayabusa. They definitely did not like playing against the Hayabusa, and Savage Reborn going once again with the Granger. But I'm very interested to see how will Pandora's box respond to the first pick on the Ling and as well as the Hylos. As Immune picks up the Glue and Mr. K. Ducky picking up the Layla, as it seems like he was very comfortable with the Layla, as the Layla did pick up a lot of shutdown kills, and Bionic responding with a Pupil and Koopa.
Oh, so it looks like Savage Reborn banning out the Saber. They do not want the Ling to be hard counted by a Saber, though. As I think if you've been watching the streams, you all know my thoughts on a Saber in 5-man. Bit of a kamikaze hero.
100%. If you play solo, Saber is a very good pick, but when you go in a full 5-man team, Saber is not a good pick. As we see Pandora's box banning out the Yuzong, so there is definite respect bans coming in from Pandora's box side as Savage Reborn responds with banning out the Suyu.
Yeah. Suyu not being featured much in any of the games in the MLMA. There's been a lot of bans on on that Suyu. Nobody really wants to face up against him, but it happens every time we end up with every single time we end up with a new hero in the game. Munta just breaks the meta by introducing a new a new hero.
100%, bro. However, we did feature Suyu in our last stream, as we saw the Suyu going in the MM role, which did not favor him that much, especially in this new update, as Pandora's box responds with a final ban, banning out the X-Borg. What will Charlie pick up in the mage lane for us?
Well, the Vexana that we've seen him play so well, especially in the previous game, banned out, looks like he's going for a Fasa. That could be very interesting. I'd like to see how that's going to play out. Especially considering that Pandora's box have not picked their jungle yet. So if they go for a backline dive jungle, it's going to be problematic for a Fasa.
It seems like Sinister and Solid changed roles, as Sinister is reflecting the Tigreal. Never mind, switching over to the Alpha.
They're trolling you, Scarpscape. They're just trolling you.
It seems like it. It definitely does seem like it. Will Sinister pick up the Armon? And what will Solid pick up for a Roamer?
Ooh, it's the Jawhead. But switching back to the Armon.
It seems like they are trolling you at this point of stage, as Sinister picks up the Armon and Solid picks up the Uranus. And LV flexing the Khalid. Will he be picking up the Khalid? Oh, he does. We know this Khalid at this point of stage in this new meta is very, very deadly to handle with. Especially as Waylander would say it, him on his Super Saiyan Cloud and the healing prayer capability.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got all the tools that you'd require from an XP laner. It's literally everything that's needed. But Terizla is a tanky boy in that XP lane, so he's going to be able to sustain through a lot that Khalid can dish out in order to put pressure on the XP lane. But in terms of rotation, he's going to lack quite a bit. But it all depends on the player here. If Solid on that Uranus has the ability to cut the lane and then make the rotations across, it can be quite an annoyance, especially if you're in the jungle and he just decides, okay, he's going to invade you on every small camp and buff on his side of the map.
Okay, viewers, calm down, calm down. We know that hero in the XP lane is not a favorable name to say. But hey, no one said you need to get dirty minds, right? So, however, as we jump into this match, will Pandora's box be able to return this match and go for a 1-for-1 and take us into the sudden death? Or will Savage Reborn take this for a clean sweep?
Yeah, well, as we get into the matchup, both jungles starting with their buffs on the same side of the map on the XP side. We get to see. But right now it's Khalid with the early wave cut, using that mobility again to his advantage, and the fact that he can clear the wave and not have to worry about too much of damage that's going to be dealt from the Terizla. He can absorb all of that, get to level 2, get that prayer form going once more. He does pop his healing ability, and then once again into the jungle. There's the engagement onto the Armon there. But it's going to be now first blood going to the side of Savage Reborn as they go straight into the jungle, using the strength of early game Khalid quite nicely there, as well as a high loss. So a lot of early game potential with those two heroes, and they use that very, very much to their advantage. Ooh, but we see Hylos taken down almost to nothing. Mickey there has to retreat, pop the Revitalize and retreat from the mid lane. But here on the top, it's Link. He wants to engage onto the Layla. She manages to escape and avoid. But there's the follow-up from the Armon getting the kill onto the Ling there. He engaged under the turret, but Layla against the wall was just making sure he couldn't get the full combination of his swords when the Tempest of Blade was out.
Yeah, Mr. K, Ducky, just knowing the Link's plays, bro. We need to take note of both kills. The first kill just falling below the first minute mark, and the second kill falling on 1 minute and 30 seconds as we wait for this first turtle of this match to spawn up. As we'll see the turtle dance transpiring right now as both numbers engage on one another.
Oh, there's the engagement coming through there. It's Ling picking up a kill onto the Uranus, but is there going to be more coming in? Ling, he wants to go into the back line. Tempest of Blade does land this time. It's going to be the glue. Hits the full 4 swords. Does the crown. Taking down 2 kills. It is now 3-2 to the favor of Savage Reborn. Pandora's box did get a kill in that exchange, but the kills going in favor of Savage Reborn at this moment in time, as we see Ling just going to heal back up once more, deciding against starting this turtle early.
Yeah, 100%. As will Savage Reborn be picking up the snowflakes to create a snowball early on as they did previously?
Oh, it's the
as we
golden
see,
pathway coming out there. But Faza, she hits that Feather of Heaven strike, just trying to zone everybody away. It's going to be High Loss and the Kali doing a job of zoning everybody away. But oh, as the prayer comes out, keeping him alive from the armor and ultimate. But there's a follow-up. So much damage coming out. Ling with the Tempest of Blades. He manages to get 2 kills in return, so it's a 2-for-1 exchange. Going in the favor of Pandora's box there.
yeah, that revitalized, just giving a little bit more sustainability to the side of Savage Reborn, but that exchange did not go to the favor of Savage Reborn as Pandora's box had a 2-for-1 exchange.
Yeah, so we see Purple and Cooper already having taken down the entire gold shield here in the gold lane once more. As he's going, pops the ultimate, he gets that Layla onto the turret, she gets the flicker off, but there's the Link into the backline with the golden pathway. They do pick up the Layla, but Glue comes in with the Eternal Guard from the Vexana, starting everybody up. But Purple and Cooper clears the turret, so it creates the ability for his team to actually manage to get a kill in response. Tempest of Blade comes out onto the armor. They manage to get another kill to a Savage Reborn. There's the engagement by the Terizla. Yeah, I mean the Uranus. He's made that rotation all the way up towards the gold lane, right across the map. But once again, 2-1 in terms of the kills. This game a little bit more even. A little bit more even, though the gold lane, I would say, Scarp Skankle is where Savage Reborn are having a good time.
100%, bro. But was that rotation very clever from the Uranus? As we see the Khalid getting that tier 1 turret in the XP lane, while the shield almost down to quarter health left. As we see Savage Reborn having the number advantage in this XP lane.
Oh, there's the engagement once more. The Revitalize comes out from the Terizla. They try to engage onto the armor there. The turtle is up, as we should see Savage Reborn push in this mid lane and make their way towards the turtle. Once more, we see a Bionic there on that Purple and Cooper, forcing the Layla to recall, clearing his wave and trying to get into position. Link did come and give him a bit of vision so he could do so. There's the stun coming out onto the High Loss. There's a lot of damage. Oh, what beautiful positioning from the Fossa. She gets so much damage in there. The team there to follow up. They take down the Vexana. It's a double kill for the Link. He still has that Tempest of Blade as we see the Uranus and Glue trying to do something there to just cause a bit of chaos. But there's the Purple and Cooper once more. He's engaging onto the Uranus. Uranus sustaining. Flicker comes out there. They manages to get to safety. But there's a follow-up onto the Purple and Cooper. I don't think he's going to survive this. Taken down as it's going to be a shutdown there. Mid lane being pushed in by the Fossa. Once more, Kali putting a lot of pressure here on Arman's jungle. He needs his mage and roamer to come in there, but the retry comes off from the Link. He's trying to land that full combo. He does, but he doesn't manage to get a kill. But the fast fingers from B-Crown gets himself to safety with that engagement. But there's once again it's Fossa with the ultimate going off here. Khalid uses that sandstorm to get back to the safety of the turret. Terizla comes in there, getting a lot of poke damage, but doesn't have the CC yet. The prayers come out from the Khalid. He's staying alive, but there's the follow-up from his team. Will they be able to bust down the Terizla? Yes, they do, after him absorbing so much damage.
I lost just picking up that kill on the Uranus, bro. But the Ling just...
Oh, engagement once more onto the Layla. She's gonna have to escape. Uses the flicker to get out.
Yeah, well, Savagery... an early... It seems like they don't want to go for the sudden death match. As we see the Glue in a bit of danger there. As we get the Armon split pushing, getting the first tier 1 turret to the side of Pandora's box.
Oh, the split push coming out from the Glue. Very nice. They managed to take down the Purple and Cooper. But there's the Fossa. Nice positioning, zoning everybody away. Laying into the backline. He manages to get the kill onto the Layla, hops onto the wall and gets back to safety. Armon, as we saw, is now being engaged upon by the Terizla, stopping that push in there. But Glue does pick up the kill onto the Hylos. So it is a 2-4-1 exchange. With the turtle still being there, is another 10 seconds to the first Lord of the game. A Savage Reborn showing some nice patience in here. Don't want to take that turtle, waiting for to turn to the Lord. The same with Pandora's box. We're going to see a lot of action happening very, very shortly. We had a small moment to breathe, Skarpskenkel. The breathing is over now.
Yeah. Definitely, bro. As we saw this first Lord of this match spawning up. So I'm very interested to see how both teams respond and play to this first Lord of this match. As this first Lord may turn around the game and, well, or put pressure.
Yeah, so Hylos trying to just scout out where the enemy is. They're just poking him a little bit, but no real harm. Oh, but there we see the engagement. Armon onto the Purple and Cooper, but Purple and Cooper, so much damage. Ling comes in there with that second skill, and it's unstoppable on the Ling. So it's going to be no retribution available to the side of Pandora's box. This should be an uncontested Lord.
Will they be able to use this Lord to just push that pressure? Maybe possibly create a snowball? As we see the Glue goes on to Mickey, onto the Hylos. As the pathway gets committed from the Hylos, will they be able to pick off this turret? No, they will not, as the turret does so much damage onto the Hylos.
Yeah, it is a 1-for-1 exchange. Ling with the Tempest of Blade, managing to get the Vexana in the backline. She did land the Eternal Guard, however, and that did help set up the Glue. With that split and then dragging the Hylos under the turret, as you said, doing so much damage the turret there, and managing to get the kill. But it all depends, just to answer your question, on how well these waves are going to be synced up. As we can see, this bot lane wave is in there, but the waves aren't exactly synced up at this moment in time. But they do want to try to get this mid lane tier 2 turret, using the Lord as a distraction.
Ooh, but that Glue just pulling that Lord so beautifully. As we see the Falzos ult gets committed, the Golden Pathway gets committed, the Purple and Cooper gets a pick-off kill onto the Uranus, but the Ling gets a double kill.
He's into the backline, uses that fast fingers to escape everybody's attention. The mini Lord is in there to try to do some defense. Purple and Cooper wants to turret lock in here, needs somebody to just create the space for him. Fossa coming in with the ultimate, picking up a kill onto the Vexana there, and Purple and Cooper taking down a tier 3 turret. He wants to go for more. Is it the second tier 3 turret down? Yes, it's gonna be. As we see Khalid now getting this wave synced up very nicely for the second round. There is still the shield up on this final tier 3 turret, so I don't think they're gonna have the ability to take it down, especially with Layla still alive.
Well, just in a matter of 90 seconds, I mean, Savage Reborn picking off.
There's the engagement once more. It's going to be on 2 kills down, but the Layla, she's trying to get some kills. The wave is in there. Will they be able to get the turret lock going? No, they do not. It is going to be a 3-for-1 exchange going in favor of Pandora's box. Glue coming in there trying to get another kill, but this is a double kill by the Bowler Cooper. He survived by the skin of his teeth. That recall, when he recalls the dog back to him and he gets the shield going, coming in absolutely clutch there for Bionic.
Yeah, bro, I just wanted to mention that quality play coming in from the Pupil and Cooper from the side of Bionic, bro. I mean, I thought he was in danger there with the glue on top of him, but that is just knowledge of the game coming through right there at that point of stage.
So it is the enhanced Lord up at this moment in time. We get to see Savage Reborn starting it and taking it down to almost no health really quickly. Nice zoning away from the Khalid and the high losses. They keep Pandora's box in check. They do not want to get them even contest. Oh, but there's the link into the backline, engaging into the Vexana. Tempest of Blade comes out with a combination from the Fossa, but the Eternal Guard does cancel that off. They do manage to get the kill onto the Vexana, but there's the follow-up. It's going to be a whole bunch of damage coming out. But it's 3 down for the side of Pandora's box. The Revitalize coming in absolutely clutch there from the high loss, saving his team. Lord into the base. Nexus being focused on. Fasa hits the ultimate just to say well, zoning the Layla away. No ability to defend. Nexus is gone. The game goes. Game, set, match 2. Savage Reborn taking this first game, moving on to the semifinals in the MLMA 2-0.
Well, GG's well played to both teams. This was definitely very exciting, and this was a very nice warm-up going into the playoffs. So, viewers, please tune in tomorrow as we have Africa Burn B versus... Oh, my word. As I go off the bat here, I don't know my schedule myself. But we have 2 matches coming in tomorrow night, one at 8 p.m. and the other one at 9:30. Please tune in with us tomorrow night. But this was exciting, Way. What do you say about this?
Yeah, well, congratulations to Savage Reborn, stomping their way through to the semifinals. I'll be quite interested to see who they're going to be going up against. I can see a lot of their potential rivals in the chat here, scouting out the enemy.
Well, we have reached those playoff moments where one team definitely need to do their homework on the other team, bro. This needs to happen. You cannot go into the semifinals or into playoffs without being prepared. This is why the academy is there, to learn you and teach you to prepare.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But once again, before we close this evening, the next round of fixtures will be in the tournament lobby. The tournament lobby, we're very, very excited to show it to everybody. Because, I mean, we have featured tournament lobbies before, but this is a South African tournament lobby. So again, once again, big shout out to Nigel and Gerard for organizing this. They put in a lot of hard work. Sometimes I think people don't recognize the amount of work that these guys do in the background. Between all of them, like the MSA organization, King of the Hill, the organizers there, they do a lot to make sure that we have an exciting time here for the Mobile Legends South African scene. So once again, a big shout out to them for bringing this lobby for us. However, let us not remove the spotlight from the team of the moment, Savage Reborn. Moving through to the next round, doing so in style, if I might add. But well played to Pandora's box. I know this was definitely a learning experience for them. Yeah, they gave a very good showing of themselves in the MLMA up until this moment in time. It's just sometimes, there has to be a winner, there has to be a loser. They did really give us some good games, some very entertaining matches so far. So well played to them throughout the entirety of the tournament, making it up until this stage. But very well played to Savage Reborn.
Yeah, 100% so, bro. Unfortunately, like Wanda said, one needs to win, one needs to lose. Unfortunately, not both teams can't go through. But viewers, If you like this matchup, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And we'll see you tomorrow night.